Alexey lived for the thrill of the game. Cards were his lifeblood, each shuffle a symphony, each hand a battlefield. He was a force to be reckoned with in the dingy taverns, his reputation preceding him. But tonight, something felt different. A chill snaked down his spine, a whisper against his ear. Alexey ignored the unease, chalking it up to fatigue. He had been winning, his pockets heavy with rubles. As he gathered his winnings, a voice, raspy and low, stopped him cold. Looking for a real game, Alexey Ivanovich? He whirled around, searching for the source of the voice. There, in the darkest corner of the tavern, sat a figure shrouded in shadow. The figure gestured for Alexey to join him. Hesitation warred with curiosity. He approached cautiously, his gut screaming at him to turn back. "Who are you?" Alexey demanded, his voice barely a whisper. "A friend!" The figure chuckled, the sound like dry leaves crackling. "A friend who can offer you a wager unlike any other." The shadowy figure leaned forward, his features still obscured. "Play against me, Alexey Ivanovich. Win, and unimaginable wealth is yours. Lose." He trailed off, the silence speaking volumes. Alexey, his heart pounding against his ribs, knew the stakes. This was more than a game, it was a dance with fate. He swallowed hard, his voice hoarse as he whispered, "I accept." The cards appeared on the table, dealt with an unseen hand. The game was unfamiliar, the rules explained in hushed tones. Alexey's initial wins fueled his confidence, his earlier unease fading into the background. But the tide turned. His luck soured, each loss a punch to the gut. The shadowy figure seemed to grow larger with each lost hand, his presence suffocating. Fear, cold and sharp, clawed at Alexey's throat. He had never known true fear until this moment. The air grew heavy, the flickering candlelight casting grotesque shadows on the walls. Alexey's hands trembled as he reached for the next card, his fate hanging by a thread. The final hand was dealt in tense silence. Alexey stared at his cards, a cold sweat clinging to his skin. He needed a miracle, a stroke of luck that seemed impossible. He looked across the table at the shadowy figure, his opponent's face still hidden in darkness. But in the depths of that shadow, he saw a pair of eyes, glowing with malevolent amusement. Alexey's hand shook as he played his final card. The shadowy figure chuckled, the sound chilling him to the bone. "It seems luck has abandoned you, Alexey Ivanovich," the figure rasped. He revealed his hand, each card a mockery of Alexey's hopes. Despair washed over him, the weight of his loss crushing him. The candle sputtered and died, plunging the room into darkness. The next morning, the tavern was empty. The chairs lay overturned, cards scattered across the floor. The only evidence of Alexey's presence was a single playing card, lying face down on the table. No one dared to touch it. The villagers whispered of the shadowy figure, of the wager, of the price of Alexey's greed. A strange silence settled over the village, a silence broken only by the rustling of leaves and the creaking of signs. The tavern remained deserted, a chilling reminder of the night Alexey Ivanovich gambled with his soul and lost. His fate served as a dark fable, whispered around flickering candlelight, a cautionary tale of the shadows that lurk at the edge of temptation.